What drives us nacho nuts as dentisting humans? This is Paul, Dr. Nacho Goodman, and Talking Nachos is designed to help you increase success, decrease stress, and reduce the number of times you feel like crying inside the day. The number one metric of being a successful dentist, practice owner, team member is to reduce crying inside. And we have amazing guests for you today on Talking Nachos that are going to share how they help dentisting humans live their best life. I'm ready for my first guest, so my team is ready to bring up the awesome Mike Mathews, sponsor with Firegang. They help with marketing. And Mike, you've been on the show before. You've delivered awesome value. One of the things you shared with me is that your group records and listens to calls to see how they get converted. Tell us more about the value of what happens on calls, how that affects your marketing, and sometimes what goes wrong with calls.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. Thanks for having me today. I would say often, people are focused on driving revenue, and that's often done by driving new patients, right? But that's only a part of it. Getting them to show up is one thing by showing up online or calling or whatnot, but you have to convert them. I talk to dentists every week, lots of them, and most of them have no idea what their call conversion rate is. If you have no idea what your call conversion rate is, that's a problem. And if it's below 60 or 55%, worst case, you've got a serious ROI issue. So one of the things that we do.
Before you go on, what are some of the things that cause bad calls to happen or drop nachos during calls? What are some, if a dentist is listening and saying, I have no idea what my team is saying on the phone, give us what goes wrong that you guys hear out there.
Yeah, well, a number of the things is, or one of the main things is, how the staff handles the call, right? But even before that, because if the staff doesn't know how to convert properly, that's a problem. But even before that, what are the types of calls that are coming into the practice, right? Where are they coming from? Are they calling the right place? Is it a potential good patient for you? Is it not, right? So you have to know what channels the calls are coming from. And then once you have them, what is your call conversion rate? How are people converting them? Are they getting them on the calendar?
And at Firegang, is this a service you guys offer to your clients? Do you help them with this? Or tell us a little bit about how your marketing program works. Someone wants to text in, you can put up the Firegang text code and say, hey, I want to do a demo with Firegang. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, one of the things that happens all the time when we talk to folks, they've been burned by marketing companies, and that's not necessarily anybody's fault. People may do something very, very well, but they may not do the other components, right? One of the things, the most important things that we do at Firegang is we employ call auditors full time, because that's something that's way too important to outsource. We listened to over 150,000 calls last year. And for our clients, we're recording and listening to each and every call so that we can audit and document what actually happened during that call. Was it the right patient? Was it converted? Right? And then if there's a call conversion problem, then we can help solve for that as well.
I think that's awesome. I mean, dentists might say my team isn't doing it the right way. It'd be tough for dentists to do it. Taking these calls on the phone in the middle of your day, you have to be ready, you have to be prepared, you have to be trained. I think it's great. But let's talk about as we wrap up, the benefits. When it goes right, what happens? Our patients coming in, our dentists getting more treatment. Tell us about the magic of Mike Mathews and Firegang. This goes right.
Yeah, well, again, we're always helping dentists by driving the right new patients in record numbers with laser-like precision in a predictable, scalable, and repeatable fashion, right? But again, you've got to drive the right patients, but then you've got to convert them, right? Yeah. And by listening and recording and auditing each and every call that comes in, because I'm sorry, dentists need to be pouring into their patients, right? They need to be fixing smiles, things of that nature, helping people chew better. They don't need to be listening to calls. However, if your calls are not being listened to and are not being evaluated properly, you're absolutely unadulteratedly leaving significant, most likely, revenue on the table. So if you don't know you have a problem, you can't solve for it.
I think that's so key. So call conversion is a big key. You have to take the call and get them into the office. You guys help with that. Love you guys being a key resource and sponsor. People can text Firegang to 215-543-6454. So you can magicify your marketing with Mike. I like that. Like magicify your marketing with Mike. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks, Paul. Take it easy.
As you guys learn through Talking Nachos, these are digestible bits to make you a better dental practice owner, to improve your team. These are all the things they don't teach you in dental school. We had 0 lectures on marketing.